As we're coming down this way, we come to the house of Vincent Jose Nunez. He was treasurer of the Spanish military, and he had a French house within a parterre garden. All of the houses along this street would have been little French houses with wooden roofs. And one day, it was Good Friday, 1788, he decided that he would have worship in his own chapel in his little house. And in the process, he lit something in the neighborhood of 70 tapers. And at that time, someone called him to lunch. This is the site right here, this terracotta-colored house right here. Now, if you can imagine, he went to eat lunch. The next person that walked back in the chapel, it was ablaze. And the fire was roaring. It broke through the wooden shingles, southwest wind blowing. The embers began to go from roof to roof. Before that day was over, 85% of the village of New Orleans was burned to the ground. It was then that the building program began to put New Orleans back together. So that answers one question that people often ask: where are the houses from the French period? There really are none. The only building that survives from the French period is the Ursuline Convent. Now we're coming up on Jackson Square from the side where the church, the Cabildo, the presbytery are located. Out in front is where the Place d'Armes is, which became Jackson Square at a later time. The big buildings also burned down on the day of that fire. The church, the Cabildo, the presbytery burned down, the jail that was on the inside, they all had to be rebuilt. And it was Don Andreas Almanesta, the wealthy Spanish philanthropist, stepped to the table and told the Spanish government he would rebuild the Cabildo and provide it to them, and they could pay him back when they had funds available. An excellent arrangement. And then he told the priest he would rebuild the church, and at the end of his life he was working on the presbytery, which is up a little further. The presbytery was designed to be a home for the priest.